All right, hello. Hope that you all are well. All right, there we go. Position better. Hope that you all are well, doing swell. I already pulled the card. I just was having some difficulties, so our proverb for the weekend is going to go ahead and be 46. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull into that now. 46. Pushing upward, above earth, below wind. Wind in this context symbolizes the life force of vegetation as it germinates, grows, pushes through the surface of the earth, and unfurls towards heavens. All the conditions are favorable for rapid growth. Any perceived obstacles are easily removed aside, for the power of expansion overcomes all obstruction now. Supreme success. Okay? And then we have the affirmational words are wind beneath the earth, energetic growth pushes upward, right? So we're thinking about the past readings that you guys have been getting for the past few weeks is just having fun, that inner child feeling, but also having the expansion and the growth of gathering the truth, speaking your truth, living your purpose, having those facts and understanding of that. So taking all of that in, right? That is what is leading you to this rapid growth. Is you recognizing the conditions in which maybe your plants were germinating beforehand and wasn't allowing it to have that rapid growth or any growth at all. So like I need to change my environment, I need to water myself more, take care of myself more, set stronger boundaries, but also need to live my purpose and recognize my power and who I am and that growth and expansion and all of that, okay? So taking that in, that is why, especially since the last proverb we got was wind, and wind in this saying, wind in this context is now the life force. So you taking what the wind was, which is slowly, pushing it to break things down, slowly pushing it for new life, new breath. It is now saying that it's not what it's doing for you, and now it is working with the earth to push you upward towards the heavens, towards your purpose, towards your guided sets. Okay, so that is for this weekend. So go out, have fun, experience life, enjoy things, stick to the sobriety, stick to your meditation, your daily routines, things of that sort, because that is what is working for you. That is what is allowing you the supreme success. That is what is allowing you, I'm hearing, the karma to actually reap its benefits and the rewards of it, okay? So taking all that in and that understanding is going to be very powerful and sustainable for you in the long term, okay? So 46, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep this very short today. I know I said that the last couple of times, but I mean it. We're definitely gonna keep it short. Today I'm just gonna go ahead and get some messages for you guys, okay? So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective in regards to this weekend? What would you like them to know? What would you like them to hear? What would you like them to keep in mind? For this weekend coming up and or that is already here, whether you work or not. Okay, so what do we have for the collective for this weekend, Spirit? Okay. Anything else, Spirit? For this weekend. Okay. Second, trash. Punch. Burnout. Vacation. Okay. So, for this weekend, we have mommy issues. So, you could be dealing with mommy issues. You could have an interaction where it triggers some possible mommy issues that you have with your mother, whether you talk to them or not. Right? So, we have mother issues, mommy issues. And mommy issues can be whether they were there and they weren't emotionally present, whether you have an strained relationship, whether you have a really good relationship, it still can lead to some issues that you're not quite sure that you knew were possible, and or you already know that you have some issues, and now it's like, why is this coming up, right? So mommy issues can be significant because we also have right next to that is stop looking for love in the trash, right? So that can be the means of maybe your mother wasn't there, right? If we're speaking in terms of me, my mom was there, but she wasn't emotionally available, right? And she was abusive in some ways. So that can lead me in some of my past relationships to looking to people please to prove my worth, to um, prove that I'm deserving of love, to prove that I'm deserving of that capacity, and seeking that out was me people pleasing, me accepting things that I knew I didn't really want. And that can lead to looking for love in the trash. That's an example of myself. So you're recognizing that you're looking for love in the trash. That can be with career, that can be with relationships, that can be with your actual mother, of just accepting breadcrumbs and feeling like it's things of that sort. And that will come into view. And with that coming into view, it's going to be a realization for that communication that will come in, right? And that will help you with recognizing why you may look for love in the trash, right? Triggers are great to have because it reminds you of like in movies where they tie a rope around them, right? And then they're like, hold on to this rope and then I'm going to walk. And that is what is leading you back, right? It's follow that line back to where you started in the first place, right? It can be your inner child holding it, your inner teenager. It can be your adult self holding where that rope is. But follow that trigger. Follow that list that you hopefully created of what you do want, what you don't want to accept, what you are allowing in your life, what you are allowing within yourself, and follow that back as well. Because that'll let you know maybe I am looking for love in the trash. Maybe I am just accepting things because this is what I feel like I'm worthy of, or I feel like there isn't much out there, right? So that allows that to come in with that communication. If you feel like there is a mother issue coming up or an issue that is like, I can't seem to get over it, it's weighing on me, it could be because you're looking for love in the trash and not accepting love that is growing up out of the ground, that is nurturing. So allow that communication to come in to you, right? It can be communication within how your body reacts in a certain situation, how your mind reacts to a certain situation, how you speak, and things of that sort. That can also be the trigger in a communication coming in, like, oh, that's why I do this. That's why I operate like this. It can be me telling you things of that sort, and that is also the communication. It can be a conversation with a friend, whatever it is. But Spirit is saying you may come up with the reason why you may have these issues and why you do look for love in the trash, because it does lead back to your mother, to your childhood, to the relationship that you do have, especially with this still being a shadow period for Venus and Mercury. A lot of people don't know that. It still involves your relationships, communication, truth, diving in, retrospection, taking a step back and looking at what's going on. Okay? Whew. That was a lot. The next one that we have is a new career path. So you could be getting some new information from a job that you applied for. You can be getting some information for collaboration, for a brand deal. It is a new career path, especially with the proverb that you got with supreme success. Your success is inevitable. Like I said, if obstacles are coming, it is easily able to move aside. It is easily done and dealt with, which is why that new career path is going to come in, especially if you're feeling burnt out, right? Especially if you've been feeling like I'm dealing with financial issues, I'm working extra hard, I'm doing all this, and I'm not seeing any benefits of it, no pay raises, no promotions, no extra time, whatever it is that is allowing you that new career path, because you have been experiencing burnout with overexhaustion of self, right? So you could get an email, you could go out to an event and somebody wants to work with you because maybe they've been watching you and what you put out in your content. It could be a new career path and a means of you deciding to work and operating your own business and or new clientele coming in, maybe new products coming in, new ideas. And the reason why I'm saying new ideas, new products, and all these new things, because you also have pregnancy for this new career path, right? And pregnancy, if we're thinking about it, is kind of in a way of human germination, of it growing and expanding your stomach, expanding your growth, and all of those things. And that is what you guys have been working on for the past few weeks, right? With difficulty at the beginning, with biting through, with that win or win, with that continuously going through. That pregnancy is allowing those things that you have planted, that seed inside of you, your own seed, is now germinating into something that is going to be very powerful. So that way you can recognize, I don't need to be burnt out, especially now with this new career path, these new ideas, these new options and things of that sort. It works out in the best way possible. Okay, so taking in that recognition that this weekend, just be ready for good news. Celebrate, be prepared, and open minded for all of those things that are happening and that are ready for you. Okay, sorry, it's a truck that keeps going past and it comes back one more time. There's gonna be issues. Um, so just keep in mind of that. Okay, so you've been feeling struggling, you've been like, damn, I just need a break. It's coming in and it's going to grow like a pregnancy, right? So it could take a few months for that to come into fruition, but with this proverb, it can be sped up, especially with the realization of all these things with the mother issues and you realizing I don't need to accept things just to accept them. I don't need to take it on just to take it on. That will allow it to be quicker as well, okay? Which leads to the next one, that there will be a secret revealed. There will be information provided to you and for you, so that way you can make the right choices, the right decisions. But the secret reveal can also lead to, again, that trigger or that harmful moment or that healing moment and experience with mommy issues and that burnout that you may be happening, okay? One second. Okay? So taking all that in and realizing that is for the best, because if you don't, it could throat punch you, right? Especially since you guys have been dealing with the throat chakra and doing that. I hope you have been humming, singing, saying no more often, saying yes to what you want more often as well, speaking up, mutilating, doing all of those things that were a part of what the throat chakra said. Because with the secret revealed, it can feel like a punch in the throat. But you have to recognize that with this information, there's food at home. Now it is providing you with a way of like, this is why. Right? This is why I have to do what I need to do. So that way I can find that my joy was within myself. My navigation is within myself. My success is within myself. Right? My unobstructed joy is within myself. My charisma, my charm, myself, the lion, the self-transformation is all within me. There is food at home. Right? And that is allowing you to nourish your body. And is allowing you to nourish that seed, especially if you are pregnant. It is always good to have that good food at home for you to make sure that you are feeding those pregnancy cravings, right? And what I mean by that for manifestations and for careers and for the physical is, if you know that a job is underpaying you, if you know that somebody is lying to you and they're not being real, if you know these things, you don't want that around your baby. You don't want that around you because it's not going to feed you in the proper way. So recognizing that there's food at home and allowing those things to stay away from you, right? And not be in your vicinity. So with this recognition this weekend, Spirit wants you to know that all that you need is within yourself. And when those triggers happen, when that new growth happens, continuously happening, recognize that this is all because you tapped into you. You looked at yourself and recognized what you wanted, what you needed, and how you needed and wanted to operate, okay? Different chakra, thank goodness, okay? So now we're just going to get some words of encouragement and or advice for this weekend to help you with those triggers, to help you with that burnout, to help you with that throat punch, and all those things happening, okay? And like I say, it's going to be quick. So Spirit, we just want to get some advice, some words of encouragement for this weekend in regards to their burnout, their pregnancy, their mother issues, communication, the throat chakra, all of these things. Just words of encouragement and or advice, Spirit. What do you have for the collective for this weekend? All right, this is what they got. They gave you 3 cards, and that's it. So we have ring in ears, life on the right, death on the left. So with that communication coming in, they're letting you know to start paying attention, like I said, to your body. How does your body react to certain situations? How do you think and feel about certain situations, or after them or before them? Pay attention. And it could be ringing in your ears. It could be sound. It could be messages within dreams. It could be tarot readings. It could, like I said, it comes in different ways based off of the form that it works best for you. Right? You could be clairaudient, clairsentient, clair. I forgot the one with the smell, but there's so many different ways that expand outside of the senses. But the more that you feed yourself, nourish yourself, take care of yourself, and recognize who you are, the more prone that you are to being like the lizard, where you're able to hone in on those external sensitivities of that, and a ways of not being so hypersensitive that you take on everything, kind of like the empathetic card that you guys got as well. And some more of in a way of recognizing I'm taking this and now I can do something about it, right? Because it can go in two ways, and they gave us the two ways that it can go in for you. So it can go in one way of maybe you experience something that triggers the mommy issues, or you experience something in your career where you're just like, I'm so burnt out, I don't see that there's going to be another way. Or you experience something in your life where you just like, you got that secret, that information that came in and punched you in the throat, and it can lead you in a way, especially since I know that we are dealing with the state of a lot of things. So we have brush your teeth and wash your ass. So it can lead you in one way of you finding out this information, of you getting these triggers, of you feeling this burnout. It can lead you in a way of you neglecting your body. And it's quite hard to be aware of things, right? Aware of, on the physical level, of maybe how you feel, of discerning between anxiety and this actual intuition. Like, I don't know if this is my anxiety, and like I feel like this is repeating a pattern if I do this, versus knowing like this is my intuition, this is what I choose, and this is what I want to do. It's quite hard to do that. And when I cultivated these cards, I created this card when I was going through depression period myself, and I didn't feel like doing anything in regards to my body because of what was going on the outside, and I felt at a loss. I felt strongly disconnected with self, with my mind and my environment, and the means where I'm just like, since I'm so disconnected, I might as well not be here on a realm of actually taking care of me. So it can go in a way of when you get this information, this ringing in your ears, or this hypersensitivity of your sixth and seventh and eighth senses and things of that sort, it can lead you to be like, oh, what's the point? What's the point? I don't get why I do it. But Spirit is saying that there's always another option, which is I am that I am. Time to self-reflect and or hermit, right? So this is in a means of I am that I am. With this information, it doesn't change me. With this acknowledgement of the trigger, it doesn't change me and how I'm going to heal myself, how I'm going to operate, and how I'm going to move forward. Why would I want to neglect myself now that I have even more information to move forward to provide for myself, right? And it means I'm not like getting at you like, why would you? And it means of think about it in that way with this sensitivity that is happening in your mind and your body. Why am I thinking of now taking a step back now that I have everything that I need to know in order to make a wise decision, make a wise choice, and do all of these things? Why am I deciding to take that step back and neglect all the work that I did, especially if I can have supreme success with the realization of who I am and knowing who I am, right? And living in that purpose. Like I said, that is what has been pushing you of recognizing I want to live for me now. I really need to live for me now, right? And is a means of having that self-love being so profoundly powerful that those around you also have that self-love, and they also want to feed that into you without you having to prove it, without you having to work hard for it, whether that again being your job, family, friends, relationship, and or with self. You can just be you, and you deserve to exist. You are wanted to exist. You deserve to be loved and catered and taken care of, especially with this pregnancy. You are carrying something that is heavy and light at the same time because it's not a burden. It is something that is going to be prosperously growing. You could actually be pregnant, I'm hearing, and are trying to get pregnant, and that can be a sign for that as well, but you don't want to neglect your body while you're trying to get what you want and neglecting what you need, okay? Because those things soon will line up with the recognition that you are who you are, right? So this weekend, stand your ground. That is what they're saying. Stand your ground and recognize who you are and that revelation of everything and all that it comes to for you. If you need to say no and not go out this weekend and just reflect, because it also said time to self-reflect in hermit, you can do that, hermit. You can go inside. You can start prepping and doing some classes, singing out loud, being vocal, do whatever you need to do. But Spirit is saying at this moment in time, you are going for that supreme success. You are literally reaching upward towards the sky so quickly. It's crazy. So don't take a step back because of those things, right? Because of the burnout with trying to look for a job or look for a promotion or advancement or looking for more clientele or business or whatever it is. Recognize that you are pregnant with these new thoughts, these new ideas, with this seed, and it's growing, right? Don't allow yourself to be weighed down by mommy issues, right? Because that is allowing communication to actually come in properly and handle those triggers in the best way possible, right? And don't allow yourself that with this new secret being revealed to be so throat punch that you just allow it to make you shut down and silence your own voice, because that is taking a step back, especially with the work that you were doing with your throat chakra and the meditation of doing that. Let's not work backwards, okay? So that has been your reading. That has been your reading. I do these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my Instagram at Latisse_moon. I do it live. You can always watch me. I post these on my YouTube, of course. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, I see a lot of you that are watching that aren't subscribed, so please subscribe because it does help me a lot. And share with others that you feel like may resonate or work well with the messages that I do provide. I love you guys, but love yourselves more. Until next time.